We asked one of the world's most advanced AI, Google Gemini, when XRP will hit $10,000, and I guarantee the answer will shock you. So if you have any interest in cryptocurrency or hold any XRP coins, then you need to watch this video. So we asked Gemini to predict what XRP's price will be over the next 3 months, 6 months, and 12 months, as well as when it will hit $10,000. In today's video, I am going to be revealing the shocking answers to these questions, as well as calculating how much money you could make if XRP hits Google Gemini's predictions. This video is packed with valuable information you don't want to miss. Also, just before we go any further, this channel has a daily giveaway of 1 million Shiba tokens. To enter, all you have to do is be subscribed to this channel, like this video, and comment hashtag Shiba Inu. Good luck. Now, just quickly for those of you that don't know what Google Gemini is, it is a family of multimodal large language models developed by Google DeepMind. It is also the name of the generative AI chatbot that is powered by these models. Gemini is designed to be a versatile and helpful AI assistant, capable of understanding and generating various types of information, including text, code, images, audio, and video. It is also an extremely useful tool for crypto. Now, before we get to Gemini's predictions, we need to check XRP's current price. XRP's price today is around $3. The token also currently has a market cap of over $178 billion, ranking it as the third most valuable cryptocurrency. Please keep in mind that these prices may have changed by the time you watch this video, and this content is not financial advice. How do the predictions work? I asked Gemini to give me price predictions for XRP based on 4 different scenarios: a bearish, neutral, bullish, and most realistic scenario. It will be across a 3, 6, and 12-month time frame. Before I asked for the predictions, I gave Gemini a role prompt so that we get higher quality, more fact-based predictions back instead of Gemini just taking a random prediction from the internet. I then got it to get itself up to date with the latest XRP fundamentals and market positioning, as well as its current price and market cap. Let's start with the 90-day predictions. Having integrated the latest market data and my in-depth analysis of XRP's current position, I will now provide quantitative price predictions for the next 90 days based on the 4 distinct scenarios you've outlined. The price figures are derived from a blend of technical analysis, on-chain data, and my expert judgment on market sentiment and potential catalysts. Bearish scenario. Price figure: $1.85. Rationale: a significant market downturn would see XRP break below its key support at $2.77, retesting the long-term historical support level of its previous cycles. Neutral scenario. Price figure: $3.25. Rationale: the current consolidation continues, with XRP remaining range-bound as it tracks the broader crypto market without major unique catalysts. Bullish scenario. Price figure: $6.50. Rationale: the market experiences a powerful altcoin season, fueled by a spot XRP ETF approval and major new ODL partnerships, driving the price towards its next Fibonacci extension level. Most realistic scenario. Price figure: $4.85. Justification: while a full-blown altcoin season is not a certainty, the high probability of a spot XRP ETF approval and a continued risk-on macro environment suggests XRP will continue to outperform. This price point represents a conservative estimate for a rally that breaks the current consolidation range without relying on extreme FOMO, finding its target at the 1.618 Fibonacci extension of the recent upward move. So let's calculate what the potential profits are from these predictions. Remember to keep watching for the 6 and 12-month predictions. For the 90-day outlook, a bullish target of $6.50 would bring our 334.45 coins to a value of $2,173.93, representing a 117.4% ROI. The more realistic target of $4.85 would yield $1,621.08 in value, with a 62.1% return on investment. Now let's move on to the 6-month predictions. Building on my previous analysis, I will now extend the time horizon to 6 months. This longer time frame allows for a deeper consideration of multi-quarter trends, including global liquidity cycles, the maturation of institutional investment vehicles, and the broader digital asset adoption curve. The price predictions below are a result of synthesizing these macroeconomic factors with XRP-specific catalysts. Bearish scenario. Price figure: $1.55. Rationale: a sharp contraction in global liquidity, likely triggered by a reversal in central bank policy or a major sovereign debt crisis, would cause a significant risk-off event. In this environment, even strong-performing assets like XRP would see a deleveraging event, leading to a breakdown of support levels and a return to multi-year consolidation lows. Neutral scenario. Price figure, $3.75. Rationale: the market continues to operate without major catalysts. XRP's price movements would closely mirror the total crypto market cap. The token's utility would grow incrementally, but not at a rate sufficient to drive a breakout, leaving it trading within a predictable range, and its price appreciation would be limited to a general market uptrend. Bullish scenario. Price figure, $12. Rationale: a powerful, sustained altcoin season, fueled by a series of spot ETF approvals, including an XRP ETF, would dramatically increase institutional capital inflows. Combined with a successful CBDC pilot announcement from Ripple and the retail FOMO that follows, XRP would enter a parabolic phase, potentially retesting and surpassing its historical all-time high. Most realistic scenario. Price figure, $6.75. Justification: the most probable path forward is a continued but measured bull run, not a full-blown parabolic one. The maturity of the ETF market and the global liquidity cycle will likely provide a tailwind, but the rate of institutional adoption of XRP's ODL product will likely be gradual. This price point accounts for a significant but controlled rally, where a new trading range is established, reflecting a fundamental re-rating of the asset's value now that its legal status is clarified. It also acknowledges the potential for a mid-cycle consolidation after a new high is made. So let's calculate what the potential profits are from these predictions. Remember to keep watching for the 12-month predictions. For the 180-day outlook, a bullish target of $12 would bring our 334.45 coins to a value of $4,013.40, representing a 301.3% ROI. The more realistic target of $6.75 would yield $2,257.54 in value, with a 125.8% return on investment. Now let's move on to the 12-month predictions, but if you are still watching the video, then be sure to drop a like and comment on what price you think XRP will hit in exactly 12 months. Drawing on my extensive experience, I will provide a comprehensive 12-month price prediction for XRP, incorporating potential paradigm shifts and black swan events. The next year will be a critical period for digital assets, moving beyond a simple bull or bear market to a phase defined by structural changes in global finance. Bearish scenario. Price figure, 75 cents. Rationale: the U.S. Federal Reserve, facing a persistent inflation problem, implements aggressive interest rate hikes that trigger a deep recession and a significant flight to safety. Ripple's long-standing institutional partnerships fail to translate into meaningful ODL adoption, and a black swan event, such as a major crypto exchange hack or the collapse of a key stablecoin, shatters overall market confidence, causing XRP to fall back to its pre-lawsuit, pre-bull run levels. Neutral scenario. Price figure, $4.25. Rationale: the market continues its slow, grinding consolidation. No major positive catalysts, such as a spot XRP ETF approval, come to fruition. While Ripple continues to expand its global reach with partnerships and its CBDC platform, the pace of ODL adoption is incremental, not explosive. The price appreciation is primarily tied to a gradual overall growth in the total crypto market cap. Bullish scenario. Price figure, $15 plus. Rationale: a global macroeconomic black swan event, such as hyperinflation in a key reserve currency nation, drives a mass exodus from traditional fiat into decentralized, deflationary assets. The US and other major economies accelerate their CBDC development and integration, with Ripple's technology becoming a key platform for interoperability between different CBDCs. XRP, due to its low transaction cost and speed, becomes a primary on-ramp for these systems, leading to a parabolic price increase driven by both institutional utility and retail speculation. This event would be a paradigm shift that fundamentally re-rates XRP from a remittance tool to a core component of the new financial architecture. Most realistic scenario. Price figure, $7.50. Justification: this target is a synthesis of my analysis on market growth, regulatory adoption, and technological utility. Market growth. My first key assumption is that the broader crypto market will continue its long-term bullish trend, but at a more measured pace than previous cycles. The influx of institutional capital, facilitated by a spot XRP ETF approval in the coming months, will provide a consistent buying pressure. This move will legitimize the asset for institutional investors, including pension funds and wealth managers, creating a deeper, more mature market for XRP. Regulatory adoption. The clarity from the Ripple SX settlement will act as a green light for major financial institutions and regulators globally. Over the next year, we will see a tangible increase in the number of banks and payment providers using Ripple's ODL product. This will translate into real utility-driven demand for XRP as a bridge currency, creating a price floor that is less susceptible to purely speculative movements. Technological utility. I assume that Ripple will successfully implement at least one major CBDC pilot, demonstrating the XRPL's capability for cross-border digital currency settlements. This will not only prove XRP's technological relevance in the evolving global financial system, but also open the door for more discussions around XRP's role in a multipolar financial world. This utility, combined with increased retail and institutional access, will push the price to this new, higher equilibrium. So let's calculate what the potential profits are from these predictions. Remember to keep watching to find out when Gemini thinks that XRP will hit $10,000. For the one-year outlook, a bullish target of $15 would bring our 334.45 coins to a value of $5,016.75, representing a 401.7% ROI. The more realistic target of $7.50 would yield $2,508.38 in value, with a 150.8% return on investment. But let's get to the $10,000 dream question. We asked when Gemini thinks it is possible for XRP to hit $10,000. It said the following: if XRP were to reach $10,000 per coin, the single most likely year for this event to occur is 2030. This timeline is based on the single assumption that a fundamental global financial paradigm shift is required to re-rate XRP from a payments tool to a universally adopted interbank settlement asset, with a corresponding market capitalization in the trillions of dollars, a process that will take several years of sustained adoption. But if you want to see what OpenAI's GPT-5 predicted for XRP, then check out the video on screen now. Thank you for watching.